Today we're going to be looking at the dumbest, most pathetic character that was ever made by Rockstar Games. And that is, of course, our favorite wannabe gangster, Jeffrey Cross, better known as OG Loke. Now, OG Loke was the definition of someone trying too hard, but not in a good way. He wanted so badly to be acknowledged by the Grove Street family's higher-ups by becoming a gangster while going about it in ways that make absolutely no sense. And that is exactly the first reason why I consider him to be the dumbest character in GTA ever. So he goes around Los Santos doing these stupid things like getting parking tickets or getting arrested for joyriding, things that would lead to him getting a few weeks in jail in hopes of this giving him the reputation boost he needs to become a gangster and or rapper. And to add to that, he was constantly trying to act tough, but with no real success in intimidating pretty much anyone, likely because he is skinny and possibly also because of his high-pitched voice, which would automatically make people not take him too seriously. But that's just my thoughts. All of this combined would only get him the reputation of a wannabe gangster and a joke in a way. Now, hypothetically, if instead of doing petty crimes, he did something like killing some ballas or maybe spraying some Grove Street graffiti in the area or doing anything that would actually benefit the Grove Street families in any kind of way, maybe he could have been taken more seriously, but he was too much of a coward for that kind of stuff. And you guys can see in the introduction movie, well, you can't really see because I can't play it on screen for you sadly due to copyright reasons. It's not like he is hated in the Grove Street families. Sweet and the others consider him a friend, and Sweet even gives OG Loke advice to do something with his life, like go to college. And this is really where it's seen how dumb this guy is. His friend gives him genuine advice, but instead he takes this as an insult, which it clearly isn't if you watch the introduction movie. And of course he gets salty about the whole thing, and this wannabe tough guy thing continues and is also seen while he's working at the Burger Shot as part of his parole, more specifically when he quits that same job. Now with this, he violated his parole, meaning that he will likely go back to jail because of this, and this whole thing in my opinion is another stunt to quote-unquote boost his reputation. Also, if you're enjoying this video, leave a like on the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and feel free to check out my channel memberships as all of that would help me out a lot. A bit later in the game, he does actually become a famous rapper, but his whole career is of course based on one big lie. And you may be wondering, how did he avoid going back to jail after quitting his job, violating his parole, and so on? Well, like I said, shortly after this, he did become famous and he had a lot of money at this point. And the only conclusion I could make of this whole thing is that he likely bought his way out, and that's pretty much it. But later on, now that he is of course a famous rapper, what does he do? He tries to boost his reputation again. So he spreads lies about himself through Los Santos via various radio stations, talk shows, and so on, making up all these stories, which are of course all lies, just like his career, because if you remember the story, he does actually steal, or he has CJ steal Mad Dog's rhyme book for him, so it's not like all of those lyrics that he used to get famous were even his in the first place. And as we know, eventually this led to Mad Dog's career getting destroyed. So while he did actually quote-unquote make it, we can find out in the last cutscene that we have with him that he still hasn't changed or learned a damn thing, as even in his last cutscene, it actually seems like he's trying even harder now, as he's so up his own ass, thinking that he can do whatever he wants, and combine that with him trying to act tough all the time in front of Mad Dog here in this scene, and he also of course fails miserably once again. Now it is unknown what exactly happened to him after that last scene, but it's possible that he just went back to jail for some time because he probably lost his money after that, since in that last scene we can see that one of the producers of Blasting Fools Records is actually trying to sue him. So yeah, he probably lost all his money after that whole thing. Also, with the fact that he's a fraud spread around Los Santos, his career was pretty much over. And finally, what can we learn from this character? Well, the best thing that we can learn is that lying, especially about something as big as he did, will at some point or another come back to kick you in the ass, whether it be sooner or later, and that it's absolutely stupid to pretend to be someone that you are not. With that said, I want to thank you for watching this GTA San Andreas video about OG Loke. Until next video stream, bye bye.